can't tell you how many times I see a family situation and a little boy or a little girl, and I know in my heart their story is not going to have the best ending.
On December 21st, 1988, my husband was killed by terrorists on board Pan Am 103 over Lockerbie, Scotland. So I was left with 3 very small children that had been traumatized. They felt less than whole. They felt very inferior, not having that connection. And so being able to match them up with a big brother in this program was fantastic because it was instrumental in their development. It really helped them not only through the grieving process, but also really provided them so much encouragement and so much hope. Big Brothers and Big Sisters is an organization that can actually change a child's life.
I believe that you don't solve the ills of a community by pouring huge amounts of money into jails and the healthcare apparatus that's directed at failure. I think what you do is you direct resources to the front end, so you stop the failure from happening.
What angers me the most is that we can't get these kids matched. They can't have somebody, a role model in their lives. We're offering hope. We're offering joy. We're offering a peace of mind. We're offering that they can be somebody other than what they see on the streets. It's sad. It's because I can't help it. I mean, I can't save them all.
Vicky's words were that had she not met me, she'd either be in a gang, in jail, or dead. I didn't know I had that much of an impact on her life. I felt so good. That was the moment I knew I had done the right thing. That was the moment I knew that I'd gotten so much more back than I ever gave. I think it is the most important thing I've done in my life.
On an annual basis, to recruit and match, screen, support, coach that relationship over the course of a year cost us, in round numbers, about $1,250 a year. When you compare that to what it costs for a child that enters the juvenile justice system, that is well over $30,000 a year, you can quickly see that an investment in a prevention and youth development program like Big Brothers Big Sisters makes absolute sense.
You're doing something wonderful for your children, because we can all talk a good game about giving back, but when they see the sacrifice you make and they see your time commitment that you're giving to somebody who at one time was a total stranger, just somebody that you felt needed help and you wanted to help, you're giving a wonderful gift to your own kids, I think.
I am very proud. I look at Chris as a family member. My older son, who's 23 years old almost, he introduces Chris as his little brother. I thank them for the opportunity. They say thank you, and I always say no, thank you for giving me this opportunity to have this kind of an impact in the life of a child, and to have that child have the impact on my life.
We really touch lives every day, and I think all of us here get it, that what you do put out into the world comes back to you. I've made over 356 matches, and I just looked at that and I was like, wow, like I helped all those people in some way, even if it was like a match that lasted 6 months, but it feels good to know that. So.
For the first time, these kids have someone that they can just have sit in front of them and listen to them talk about whatever they want to talk about. But in the end, time and time again, they're building their skills and not even knowing it while they're building a relationship.
Since he's such a good role model in my life, everything he does I look up to, you know, like he has a girlfriend now, and so when I'm with him and how he treats women, I take that, and whenever if I have a girlfriend or I have a girl in my life, I just treat her the same way that I've seen how he treats his girlfriend. So we're just brothers. It's not like, oh, he's like my big brother. It's not like this whole organization. It's more like we are brothers now, and we are like blood. I want to be a big brother. I want to give back what I got from him, and so I can give back to someone else that needs it just as much as I needed it.
It's a rough city to grow up in. It's complicated, it's big, it's loud, it's dangerous at times. So You know, definitely I think that there's a real need for it, and that's why I come to work every day. I get to see the kids that don't go to jail. I get to see the kids that, you know, make the honor roll. I get to see the kids that have the awards, and I get to help them through the rough times and through the good times.
The thing with the Big Brothers and Big Sisters is there aren't that many volunteers, but there's so many kids who like really need a big sister or a big brother because they don't really have those type of role models in their life.
To me, I don't know, but that looks like her role model because they have so much in common. They have a lot in common, a lot. And her big sister does a lot for her. Maria, she called me and she said that me and my brother are on the waiting list and that they're trying their best to find a big brother and big sister for me and my brother. I really wish I could have a big sister because she would help me in a lot of things I need help with, and she'll give me a lot of advice that I need.
If you can take a child early on, give them a positive influence in their lives that maybe makes them more prone to be productive citizens, you've saved society an enormous amount of grief and an enormous amount of resources. One child at a time, one role model at a time, one volunteer at a time, you know, and that's how you really change the fabric of a community. And I think that's what Big Brothers is all about.
If you ask anybody who's ever had anything to do with Big Brothers Big Sisters for their one wish, that would be a mentor for every single child who needs one. The need is great, and if every one of those children had a mentor, wow, think of what those success numbers would be.
I really wish that I had a big sister. I really wish.